Welcome back. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, and some other dickhead here. So, I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about movies right now. I'm sure everybody remembers Goodfellas when De Niro and Pesci were beating the crap out of that guy in a bar. Well, that was real. They really beat him up. That guy died. But the sounds of the punches and the kicks, they weren't real. They were added artificially by sound effects specialists called Foley artists. We have a pair of them who work just a few buildings away here on the Warner Brothers lot. I paid them a visit to find out exactly how they do what they do. I'm here with John and Alison. Guys, how long have you been Foley artists for?
About 30 years.
34 years.
Wow! And what is it really? I'd like to say it's making silly sounds.
Oh, well, it is silly sounds, but it can be other sounds, too, that are more serious.
Sometimes we're asked to do huge explosions, things like that, but other times just somebody passing wind. So, yes, we do silly sounds.
So big explosions and little explosions.
Exactly.
So what's the weirdest request anyone's ever come to you with?
Oh, boy. Are we talking X-rated version or the...
Oh, yes. Oh. Yes, of course we are. We always go there first, John.
On a film that required alien spaceships flying around, we needed something that had a little motor sound.
Sure.
And there's something that one can use to make ladies happy that has a motor. So we put that on... something that vibrates. And we put that on the microphone, and there it was.
Who comes up with that idea? Who says, flying aliens... vibrator.
That was all John.
Sorry.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have an incredible workplace behind you. It looks like it's a mess, but I'm guessing it's organised in your strange little way. Could I learn how to be a Foley artist?
Absolutely.
Could you show me how it's done?
Let's take you on out there.
Let's go.
Iris out.
So welcome to the stage.
This is quite incredible. What, in your estimation, is the coolest noise you've ever made?
This film required us to do airplanes flying by. That is F-18 jet fighters.
That's really good fun. Can I have a try? Ow! Oh, my teeth! That really hurt my teeth. Am I slobbering? I feel like I'm slobbering everywhere. But how good did it sound?
It looked cool, I'll tell you that much.
The one I've always been fascinated by is punching noises.
Well, John
sure.
did a little movie called Fight Club, and he did all the punches for that.
John!
Oh, actually, I'll do it this way.
You actually hit yourself to get
did.
the fighting sounds in Fight Club.
So they sounded natural. And Ren Clyde.
First rule of Fight Club sound effects, don't hit yourself.
Rove?
Yes.
I'm gonna need you.
Hang on, what? I'm going to imagine,
Oh, sorry.
wow!
Are you okay?
I have eaten a lot. Oh! That one brought a friend.
Little galloping.
Are we going to make a horse run?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Sorry, right? I'm gonna...
No, I don't know! I'm going to freak out! I don't want to ruin the movie.
Deep breath.
You are
Okay.
the horse.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna get on top, on his saddle.
We just made movie history right then and there. This is the most fun job in the world. Well, thank you very much. As I leave, would you make the sound of my footsteps leaving the building?
Absolutely.
Oh, wait. I need to pick something up. I'm sorry, everybody. I've got to go. There you go. So now you know how it works. And by it, every time I fart, there's actually an old guy behind me making the noise. Interesting fact. What did you think of the jet noise?
I loved it. I thought it was perfect.
Spot on, huh?
Yours was the dentist thing, but the jet thing was great.
I had so much slobber coming out of my mouth.
But that would be the one you'd use in a dentist scene.
Yeah. Is that what a jet sounds like? Is that what an F-18 sounds like?
Yep,
And you would know?
I would.
Because one of the first times we met, you were in Australia as the Goodwill ambassador for Qantas.
Yeah.
And you own like one of their only 1950s...
64.
64?
Vintage airliner, yeah. And that's what got it all started. You know, I met with the then CEO of Qantas, and we discussed the possibilities of my being partnered with them. And he said, you know, this might work because you really do fly this, you know, and that would be more authentic than just getting a celebrity name. And I was very proud. Qantas has been my favorite airline because of all the history of it, the perfect safety record.
I've seen Rain Man, I know.
Yeah. And as a kid, I loved the airline, and it evolved into this incredible long-term relationship. It's been 10 years.
It's so wonderfully pimped out, your plane.
Yeah.
Like, I've had the opportunity to be on board. It's great. Have you seen it, Olivia? You must have been.
Yeah, in fact, I had an amazing experience. My husband had never seen Greece, and we were visiting John for dinner one night because I wanted to introduce my husband John to John, and he invited us out on the plane to have dessert, and which was very glamorous anyway. And we got on the plane and Greece was playing, so my husband got to watch it with the both of us on this plane. Oh, it was amazing.
Of course, I still couldn't get over the fact that he hadn't seen it. I said, you cannot be married to Olivia without seeing it.
Well, I think it's cool that you hadn't seen it.
No, it was cool
great.
in one way, but you know.
Weird on the other way. Yeah.
His ego was a little bruised. That's all. Now, Olivia, have I got it right in thinking like you were one of the first Aussies to move here to make it in the business? It feels to me like you were somewhat of a trailblazer.
Well, Helen Reddy was before me, and who was that wonderful Rod Taylor?
Rod Taylor.
We had him before, and wasn't Errol Flynn Aussie? I think he was an Aussie too. But as far as singing, Helen really was before me, but she was the one that told me that I should move here if I wanted to make it.
So how was it when you first have success here, though, Olivia? It was strangely met with negative reactions. Why was that?
Because my first hits were country, and the country group were very shocked and upset that an Aussie girl had come in and won some awards. So I luckily didn't know about it because I was touring on a bus, a Greyhound bus at that time, not a nice bus. And I missed all of it, but apparently Loretta Lynn stood up and defended me, and Dolly Parton did, but they weren't very happy in the beginning. But then, you know, at that time, John Denver and I kind of crossed over into kind of pop music, and so it helped them, so they liked me after a while.
You are a trailblazer. And I would say you're also, when it comes to fashion, trailblazer as well. I'm going to say it out loud. You rock a good headband.
Oh, thank you.
If you've seen...
Thank you.
I don't remember seeing those tiny little headbands until you wore one in the physical video clip. Let's get physical. Look at that. Working on the tries, just in case you're wondering.
I want to thank Fleur Tamaya. She's an Aussie and she lives in Melbourne, and she was the one that really put that together for me for that video.
And did you notice that it caught on? Because before you knew it,
know.
suddenly everybody's wearing headbands. Wow. Surprise, surprise.
That's cool.
Look at that. Look at that look. That's a fantastic
And
look.
if you cut to Sylvester Stallone and Rambo, he had
It's completely different. It's completely different. This is one of the positive being both two long, very long, storied, successful careers. The downside being we see every look that happens in between.
Yes.
Let's take a look and see if you remember some of these classics, Olivia. I don't remember what was this one for.
That was the Greece opening.
Oh,
it was
right.
one of the parties.
Makes sense,
Yeah,
makes sense.
one
What
of the
about
Greece
this one?
parties.
This is a lovely little...
That
was Christmassy, very Yule.
That was the Hollywood Nights special that I did, and we started it off. I started off in that. I can't believe.
Where do you
wore
go
that
from
suit.
there? You go Pyrex,
Exactly.
that's where you go.
Yes, I remember that very well.
What was that one for?
That was for, I was doing a European tour, actually, and I was wearing that look, believe it or not.
For the whole tour?
No, for some of my television.
Was that a sea shanty
television?
tour? That's a great one.
It was the pirate look.
And I cannot let you off the hook, Mr. Travolta.
Oh, come on.
I have to show the
go.
world. If anyone hasn't
Yeah.
seen this Rolling Stone cover, check this one out. Wow! And I know when this was taken, Photoshop had not been invented.
That's true.
That's the real deal.
Yep.
Is that just a loincloth, by the way?
Yep.
One other hang on a second. How do we get from this to smooth as a baby's bottom without youcher? Is that a full waxy
It was
thing?
one of the most upsetting events of my life because Sylvester Stallone had demanded that I remove this beastly stuff.
Oh, because he was directing the movie.
He was directing, and I was sent to some waxer in Beverly Hills, and it was the most painful, awful thing. And I just got back to the set and I said, I hate you. How could you do that to me? He said, well, it didn't hurt me. I said, you have 3 hairs. I got the forest going on.
It would have been like that scene from The 40-Year-Old Virgin. I don't know if you've seen that, where he gets
It was
waxed.
exactly like that.
You could have got the smiley face. It would have been great. That's a cover shot for sure. All right, we're going to take a break, but coming up, JT, ONJ, and RQH. Random question hat. Okay, right back. That was a back. Other than